Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this thoroughly to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day to analyze the movements of S&P 500 in different time frames. Friends, as I have already explained in my previous video that the S&P 500 has formed a double top here. First top was made on September 24, 2018 and second top has been formed on 1st May 2019. Since then, here you can see that the S&P 500 futures have started to slide downward and currently have found some support at 50 days moving average in a daily chart, where I find that the growing uncertainty over the escalation efforts of the tariff trade war going to attract more bears at the current levels, push the S&P 500 more downward up to the 200 days moving average, where the S&P 500 will find first support at the levels of 2776. But if we find that the tariff trade war lingers for some more time, we will see the S&P 500 to break this first support will take sharp steep downward move and will enter amid this consolidation zone, which starts from the levels of 2626 to 2743. Therefore, I find that a move of S&P 500 below the levels of 2741 will bring the S&P 500 in a bearish consolidation phase up to these levels, where the S&P 500 may find their second support at the levels of 2623. No doubt, amid this zone we will find some upward moves too at different time intervals. But if the tariff trade war does not find any permanent solution till 14th June 2019, we will see more downward moves in S&P 500, where the S&P 500 may take a steep downward move up to the levels of 2397, and no doubt that after a sharp downward move, the S&P 500 index will take support at 2353, where the S&P 500 found a good support last time in December 24, 2018, when we witnessed a good upward move since December 2018 till these levels. But here I find the thick presence of bulls, but above these levels I find S&P 500 is not able to cross these stiff resistance levels due to the thick presence of bears and finally move downward. Let us see this movement in an hourly chart to take a more clear view. Friends, this is an hourly chart of S&P 500, where we can see that any upward move above the level of 2944, we found bouts of selling started from these levels and S&P 500 moved downward up to these levels on May 2nd, 2019. But once again, S&P 500 witnessed a gap up on May 3rd, 2019, but could not sustain above the levels of 2946. Since then, we can see the S&P 500 is constantly facing sell-offs at every upward move, and here you can see that S&P 500 is constantly facing selling pressure above this uptrend line. Below this uptrend line, here you can see that the S&P 500 witnessed a gap down on May 7, 2019. No doubt that this gap down is evident enough in an hourly chart for continuation of a downward trend in S&P 500 Here you can see that currently the S&P 500 index has come below the 200 days moving average, and today the S&P 500 witnessed one more gap down, where we can see that after some short covering, once again the S&P 500 witnessed a sell-off, which is currently where the bulls are trying to maintain at the levels of 2858, but I find that a move below 2850 will attract more bears to keep the S&P 500 below the levels of 2820, where a downward move will attract more bears to keep the S&P 500 below the levels of 2793. Friends, this is a live chart of S&P 500. Now let us see these moves in a 15-minute chart. Here you can see that the S&P 500 has been constantly maintaining a downward trend since May 2nd, 2019. Here we can see that the continuity of gap downs in the 15-minute chart indicates the thick presence of bears above the levels of 2909, and I find that they are constantly selling S&P 500, which has resulted in these gap downs, and I find that a downward move below 2834 will push the S&P 500 in a negative territory, where a sustainable move will push the S&P 500 below the levels of 2763. So friends, if you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.